Truth Man here. The journal is the No Matrix, No Sipping, All Subjects channel. So I need to talk about this as well. Like, this is important, y'all. Like, very important. Reason why people just ain't got their money right and money up like that. Now, let me mention Jeff Bezos. I remember those days when when I was buying books from Jeff Bezos and Amazon was in a little small office space. Um, there was practically only had room for a desk. And I remember buying books from Bezos, and it almost seemed like I'm not sure about this. This was back in 99, 2000, 2001. That Bezos was shipping the books out himself. Like, it seemed like he was shipping the books out himself. And just doing everything himself. That's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like. Now imagine the type of focus that Bezos had to have to get to this point. And that's what I want to talk about today, is how you ain't got time to be fighting and arguing with these people. You ain't got the energy to be fighting and arguing with these people. And don't revolve your life around none of these people. None of them. We talk about relationships a lot in this space. And if you put a relationship up on a pedestal, you don't know, first of all, you don't know what is truly in a person's heart. I know from reading the scripture, what the scriptures say about the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. That's what it say about the heart. So when you hear somebody say they got a good heart, just remember, the Bible is saying, no, you don't. The Most High had to get you there. So when you see a consistent pattern of bitterness and resentment and anger towards you, and somebody keeps saying something, like, let's say a woman just keep talking about breaking up, it's because it's in her mind to do so. She just might be scared to do it. That's what that means. So what I need to talk about this. Because I know that I'm finna show you something. I should put the camera on it. There's two Indians walking up the street. I noticed something about them that I respect. Like, no matter how aloof and indifferent and weird they act in this area, there's some things about them that I respect, man. One thing, they keep their women in line, man. They women know their place. Like, these dudes be with their brother all day. They be working all day. They be doing their own thing. And then they come together with these women. And these women, they like, okay, like the women, of course they women, they gonna want a guy to spend time with them and stuff like that. But it's clearly obvious that they understand what needs to be done, and that's why they keep coming over here getting rich. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You ever see, like, when somebody be mad at them and they be telling them off? How often do you see them even respond in an angry tone? They'll just sit back there and just look at them. Because they know that it's something at stake. Whereas some of us Americans, we just let conflict linger on. Like a divorce gets nasty when people don't forgive. When people, like for instance, she told me that she didn't want a divorce. And I told her, yes, you did. You did want a divorce. And I went down the line on some things. Because like when your actions become consistent in a pattern, it's obvious. Like we supposed to be focusing on making money. We spend way too much time arguing and stuff. We should have been having sex and making money. You can't, I don't get why she can't whoop me. She'll be lucky to even get a hit off me. But women are just sitting there arguing with a man that they can't whoop like all day long. Because in the back of their mind, they know all they're going to do is just call the police. You're not beating them. It's too many of them. They know that. And the call the police mentality is why women one of the reasons why they damage their relationship, why they mess up their relationship, is the call police mentality. Like, speaking of Andy, this dude right here is rich. He do not be playing no game. I should have told him I could have took that over there for him. I've been knowing them a while. Been coming to their store for a while. But I need to finish this up. Like, even if you do break up and you got kids, you need to focus on the well-being of those kids, man. If you get him locked up or you get him in a situation where he can be killed or get injured of some sort and can't work, what have you accomplished? If he wins, he get locked up. If he loses, he could be dead or injured. What are we doing here? Everybody talking about they believe in God and stuff. What are we doing here? So that's kind of along the lines of what I'm finna talk about in this video. There's no time. There's too much going on in the world with war, possibility of war, this, that, and the other. You got people trying to create like sickness and stuff. We ain't gonna get into that. It's too much going on to be sitting around fighting and arguing, and it's too much money that's needed and wanted to be doing it. I showed y'all, look at that picture while I was talking about dream cars. And people ain't even watching that video because they don't believe they can get a dream car. And the reason why, one, you talking to all these people that's putting doubts in your head. Two, you losing energy, fussing and fighting and trying to please people. And three, you won't do what it takes. You won't do what it takes. Y'all ever notice how every job you quit, your coworkers, if you've been there a while, they act like it's the end of the world? They not even getting rich from the job. A lot of them don't even be having $2,000. But they'll act like, oh, I ain't gonna quit my job, or he shouldn't have quit this job. This is what I'm talking about today, y'all. Y'all, we don't have time for this. Oh, he shouldn't have quit that job. One of the biggest mistakes I made in my adult life, which cost me financially, is putting women on a pedestal. Even before marriage, I spent All that time, the only difference was I didn't really let it get in the way of the money. Like I did it, I kind of had a better grip on my time. But trying to put women on pedestals and stuff, man. And then down the line, you end up divorced. And you think be looking like, man, I could have been doing anything. Still would have had my kids. My kids is my kids. They in my nuts. Still got kids in there. I got millions of children. Millions. They all down there. Dad. They just want to get out and be able to say, Dad. Oh, shoot. Man, oh, man. Wait, hold on. So you got to learn how to focus. But back to what I was saying, I got millions of kids just waiting to swim up something and say, Dada. But they ain't finna swim on nothing but some sheets. Be like, hey, this ain't leading nowhere. And they gonna die on the seat. Dude, my eye watering today for some reason. Never pedestalize women. Never put your dreams or your goals or your visions on hold for a woman. I heard Coach Greg saying the same thing. And Coach Greg be harsh sometimes. But I don't think I ever stopped listening to him because it's just too much truth. And he said if they don't get with your program, kick rocks. Get the F out of here. I agree with that. You don't cater to no woman who hasn't catered to you. They'll tell you they love you, but the whole time they'll be trying to change you. How do you love me? Like if you love me, that means you're gonna accept what I bring and you're gonna submit to it. They'll be like, I love you, but I don't agree with polygyny. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, okay. Not gonna change my mind. Monogamy, you know what happens in monogamy? You go without sex. You giving her an advantage. You should always have more than one woman. They don't do well in that position by themselves. They can say what they want. Something is going to lack, multiple things. And then they'll be acting bitter against you, trying to get you in trouble and get you in conflicts. When I told her I didn't even say, I said that the Bible says you can have more than one wife. And I said that I might start trying, I said I might practice polygyny. And we got in a very bad argument, and that's what she said, you ain't never getting this again. I didn't beat her, didn't do nothing. She utilized that power that they have when you care too much. And when you monogamous. A dude that's not monogamous, he'll be like my cousin, he'll be like, and B, I'll just go F somebody else. That don't work on dudes like him. And it shouldn't work on dudes like you. Like me and Big Perks was talking about in the comments, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Plenty rivers, creeks, oceans, sea, lake, all got fish. Fish everywhere. Man, you ain't never, I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm moving on. Your loss. You won't find nobody like me. Let me tell you something, man. So, women are trying to get you jealous. But lose track of your ego and look at the facts. Look at the consistency of her behavior leading up to that point. How can you love some of these people in the way they treat you? You must not love yourself. Dude, man. If you do this right, there's always going to be women waiting to get on your team. Always. You'd be like, but she was a good one. There's other good ones waiting to get on your team. It don't work the same for them because men are different. Trust me when I tell you, there's way more good women than men that's going to commit, be faithful, not smack the woman, not just cater to this. Way more. Way more. Anton Daniels was on fire. What video was that? I told y'all I don't hold grudges, man. I still watch Anton. That Pearly thing, that's pretty much over with. And I agree with a lot of, look, man, I still watch Angry Man. I still watch Anton. So let's go to something he was saying. Let's go to it. Then I'm going to move around. And Russell Wilson is being disrespectful, man. And she disrespecting Future. That's just disrespectful, man. You can't side with Sierra and Future or and Russell Wilson on that. I don't know. Go to this channel. Hey, which channel was it? It might be the Anton Daniels channel. That is short. No, that was a video.
More importantly, they'll probably be sending the money back to their home country.
Wait, hold on. He live right now. It's coming up. That ain't what I'm looking for, though. Dude, what? He got so many channels. It'd be hard to find stuff sometimes. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Just check him out. He was on his stuff with this one here.
Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Offer ends September 12th.
Hope y'all can hear it.
The Hop Skip Drive ride. I see I have a ride coming up in 15 minutes. His name is Kai.
So those of you that know me know.
I'm just gonna play a smidgen of it.
Men, once they fed up, they fed up. Other dude or whoever it was that bust you down and got it for free while you was over there filing your situation, she's lucky because he's allowing for her. And I'm not going to dig into the identities and all of that stuff or the visualization of what we just witnessed. I'm not going to dig into that. I'm going to dig into what she says, right? Her coming back, being able to have this conversation online, there's going to be a ton of women that are probably quiet inside of the comments because they don't want to be held accountable for their actions. I say it all the time that single women keep women single. You went out there and you realized that the other dude or whoever it was that bust you down and got it for free while you was over there defiling your situation, they didn't care nothing about you. They sent you right back to your man, right back to your husband. They absolutely probably destroyed you and all of that. And you thought that, and because a lot of times what happens is women think that there's going to be some savior, some white knight on the other side of them leaving their situation and breaking up their family that want to become a step baby daddy. And obviously she had to step out there and get burned in order to run back into the house. And most women, overwhelmingly, most women don't get the opportunity because even though women are the ones that file for the majority of the divorces, most times men, once they fed up, they fed up. They'll give you 1,000 chances, but once you cross that threshold of 1,001, it just go all the way left. It goes all the way left. And now you see a situation where, a woman is basically saying, listen, I didn't experience it the way that I thought that it was going to be. I didn't know that it was as bad as it was.
Let me pause it.
And not only that, when she did anything wrong, she said that she stepped out because she was influenced and she thought that it was something greater. And then she went on to say that social media is basically one of the linchpins that is getting women crashing out and is having them out here in these streets. And you don't want to be that. You don't want to be the other person that's on the side of this conversation that we talking about and that we using you as an example. And we illustrating how you for the streets, and you don't want to do that. That's the last thing that you want to find yourself in a situation for. But you would be surprised. You would be surprised how many people, how many women, how many idiots is out here looking stupid and they not going to find themselves in a good situation. But, you want to test the waters. You want to go out there. You want to see it for yourself.
They don't be lying. They're going to get close to dump trying to play it off.
Same situation. Plenty of them that's in the same situation.
39, 3 kids, separated, getting divorced.
He was on fire on this, y'all.
And I just want to know, how do y'all do this? How do y'all do it? How do y'all do it? I had to start antidepressants. Wellbutrin is getting me through. Okay? It's getting me through. But I want tips and tricks on how y'all cohabitate.
See, this how it be. He'll bang you a couple times. I mean, he only gonna bang you once if you weak. But he'll bang you a couple times if your stuff is decent. And then he gonna evaluate, okay, is she worth it? What is she bringing to the table to make me want to stay and deal with her? That's what most men is gonna do. But women keep breaking up their families, having to find this out the hard way. Bringing up exes. Your ex, like I had to tell her, your ex wasn't checking for you. He never came looking for you. Like, and this is another game they play. Like, they'll try to keep saying stuff about you or saying stuff to get under your skin. A lot of y'all, let me talk to you women, man. Stop being scared to fail. If you really want to get back with that guy and get your marriage reconciled, it'll help you, it'll help your kids, because you don't want to come out here in these streets, I'm telling you. And don't be trying to say stuff that's going to make matters worse. Just tell the truth. Tell the truth. I don't want to break up. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. But they can't do that though. Because when we look at these people, when women look at men, when men look at women, on the surface, it looked like it's something there. But for a lot of individuals, it's not, the grass ain't gonna be greener. It's not. And this is why I say, why I'm talking about focus on your purpose. Your purpose is to save your soul. Your purpose is to make money, and you have other things that are your purpose. That's what you need to focus on.
Together. Because people don't tell you, the minute I get enough money to get an apartment, I'm the fuck out of here. I don't know how people do this.
She ain't thinking about her kids or him.
It's wild, bro. Honestly, it's
That's
so,
not
and I
time.
guarantee you that there are 1,000 people inside of these women's comments, guys that's licking they chops so that they can bust you down, and she talking about cohabitating. Fam, you got a roof over your head. You got 3 kids. You 39 years old. What do y'all think that's on the other? All right, let me ask y'all a question. Just genuinely. What do y'all think is on the other side of this? On the other side of the fence? What do you think? What do you think is waiting for you outside? Who do you think is going to come through? And what you think that's going to play out like? What do you think is going to happen? I'm genuine. I want to hear from y'all in the comments. I'd love to get y'all thoughts, because y'all, for some reason, think that is peace and all of this stuff. Being happy is a choice. Being accepting is a choice. Being a good mother is a choice, and being a good wife is a choice. And I'm telling you, you're going to get out there, and it's going to seem like it's going to be free. Ain't nothing freer than going home to your nice crib, to your nice place where somebody actually loves you. Honestly. And
Stop playing with him. Especially here, Alpha. Stop playing with him.
And fix the situation with the person that loved you enough to give you their last name.
They don't want to do that.
Go and fix the situation with the person that loved you enough to give you that last name. A lot of times people, and I've heard it all. I've heard different conversations, different stories. A lot of people, believe it or not, they get into these situations and they forget that that's the person that truly loved you, and they forget about all the great.
They forget. They want to fight. They want to fight. They want to argue and fight. That's Anton Daniels, man. Go check out his channels. See, now Coach Greg also said something else in the video of his that I was watching. He talked about how men be silent, which make it seem like that these relationships are getting destroyed by them. These women do not want to be accountable. They don't hold themselves accountable. They don't want to be accountable. And that's part of the problem. You can't take somebody's last name and not be accountable to him. If he's not mentally slow, if he has any backbone at all, he's going to stand on you, and there's going to be problems. Just like if you want to take somebody's last name, same thing. If I tell you that if I got a girlfriend, concubine, whatever you want to call them, and I tell you to do something, or I tell you I got a problem with something, and you keep doing it, that's going to show me something. That's going to show me something. They be like, I want to get married. I don't. No, you don't. Not to me, you don't. Not if you ain't following my lead and doing what I say. Like if I tell you, hey, I don't like when you be like this here, and you still doing it, that's a problem. I don't have time to babysit, and I don't need a babysitter. But people are not getting rich, and particularly black men, Because you around here fighting and arguing and carrying on. You got people telling you who you are. You're supposed to be telling you who you are. They telling you what your strength is. If next time your boss do that, you gotta check them in a polite way. And don't fear losing the job either, but just do it polite. Be like, listen, I just work here. You know about this job, but you don't know about my strengths and my abilities and talents in general. You got to check her or him. Make sure that they keep that job at the job. Don't let nobody at your job mess you up mentally where you can't get up there and get this money. Because you thinking you listening to them. A lot of time, the people on your job be enemies, man. I'm telling you. Every job, you going to have a couple people that's cool with you, that's down with you, and a whole lot that ain't. Bunch of passive-aggressive, emotionless robots that never stand up for their stuff. Instead, they go home and toot cocaine and get drunk, stay drunk the whole time. Smoking weed. They cope with it by having vices. But me, man, I'm finna get this money, man. I'm finna act like I'm 21 all over again. I'm finna be eating right so my energy will be up. If I gotta get on HGH, it's whatever. But I'm not 50 no more. I'm 21. And I'm not gonna rest until my body looks like it. My face probably will never look like it. But I can dye my hair at times and knock some years down. So, dude, I just thought about something I said in this video earlier that was funny. But yeah, man, you gotta stay focused on what's important, man. Money is important. Money is more important than relationships. Because if you do right to get money and you do right to keep money, money is going to be more loyal than a person will be. People are users. They don't hold themselves accountable. And they turn a blind eye to all of their negative characteristics. So why not focus on, you should be spending more time, like I'm finna spend more time in prayer than I do with people. Like once I get to that point, I'm not gonna be babbling and stuff like that. It's just gonna be like consistent through the day. Just this off and on prayers through the day. You know. And I was called a deadbeat, but I was forced out of the house by the police. I'm done with it always turns into an argument because I'm going to find new ways to talk about this, but I'm going to make sure my young guys, my older guys understand that women always promise more than you actually gonna get. 10 times more. They'll flood you with sex in the beginning, try to get you hooked on it, and then down the line, they're gonna use it as a weapon against you. I'm telling you. And I don't bash women. Well, once again, I was told that I bash women. No, I don't. What do I always tell y'all about good women? Kind of I won't accent big parts, and some of y'all other dudes that watch a lot of my video to come on here and rehash the things I say about good women. Charisma. Me and Charisma was just talking. What I tell you, Charisma, about that girl? I don't bash women. I just tell the truth about them. They think it's bashing because they can't fool us no more. They can't scam us no more. It's over for that. I can jack and get a bigger nut off than most of these women can give me in sex. I don't even have erection problems. Some of these women can't even keep me on hard. They can't make me nut where it's nut everywhere. I told y'all I got plenty of kids. They want to get out. The kids want to get out. They hoping they can create life. No. Next time I nut, I should say, Dada. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Sorry, YouTube. Just joking around. Oh, you changed? Nah. I've always been this person. I just never had to be some of these ways. I never had to be standing on people like I do nowadays. Never really had to. Like I told y'all, that sergeant that just kept picking with me about petty stuff. And he caught me at that time. Came in there talking about some petty stuff. I looked at him, I was biting my lip. Cause I was already mad over getting into it with the inmates. I said, with all due respect, I think they need you out there more than I do it here. I yelled at him. He leaned back, he looked at me and just walked off. I have tremendous experience in corrections. And corrections is mental. I think I'm one of the best mentally in corrections. All they could do really a lot of time, they try to go over my head to the bosses. Every time. Because they can't get in my head, they try to go over my head and they try to find somebody whose head they can get in. The manipulators. All of them ain't manipulators, but we call them manipulators. If they can't manipulate me, they go over my head. One dude, I knew him since he was a kid. He even said, man, Howard already know how I get down. I'm thinking like, you're right. You're a manipulator. You're going to try to manipulate them. And what did he do? This guy I'm telling you about orchestrated drugs getting in there. Them dudes was smoking blunts in the bathroom. They had to break up the whole dorm. All of them went to different dorms. I had that dorm. And it's crazy because I was new. And I had them dudes in line. Because I got experience. I know how to handle these guys. See, the main thing you learn in corrections is you learn where everything is. You learn your way around. But it's some stuff, if you've been doing it a while, it's just going to come natural. Like controlling the dorm, controlling that stuff, it comes natural. If you can't, it's ways to do it. And when I was over there, they wasn't doing that. They knew not to try to ask me to bring in a blunt. They know who to pull that with. And the guy, the people that did it was there longer than me. They ain't had no long correctional experience, but they was there longer than me. But anyway, gotta get going. Gotta get going. Marriages fail, man. That's why you don't put marriages in the forefront. Don't listen to that. Don't do that. This dude came up here all wild. That's why I don't like parking in the first row. People are always trying to get close. Now she can't even get out the car. Hold on, y'all. I'm waiting to see if they try to hit my car. But this is also what I'm talking about. People be looking for trouble and conflict. I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I got a gun, but I don't want to get in no shootout. I got 2 fists with a lot of power in them, but I don't want to get in no fight. I want to get money. That's what I want to get. Money is third. Most High, health, money. It's third. It's right up there with kids. But you know, when you get divorced, everything gonna change with that kid stuff. Like no matter, you could not want it to. All you want is gonna change, man. Like it gets awkward. Like just being around your kids. Like just ask PJ Washington. Ask him. I see it. Like I understand the frustration. Every time he come get his son start crying. I get it, man. My daughters don't do that, but who's to say if I try to take them to Arizona, they so used to being around her, how that's gonna go? How that's gonna go? When I want to take them somewhere, how is that gonna go? So I know how he feels. And that's why I'm telling you, that whole dynamic be different once you get divorced. Stop playing with these men. Every man should be having sex, should be getting some. Don't pay no bills if you ain't getting none. Let me talk to you sexless dudes. Pay them bills late. Just keep that money in your account. If she not giving you none, don't pay them bills. Keep the money in your account and let her sweat. They protest on you, you protest on them. If you get divorced, you break up, so what? So what? She's not the only woman. There's plenty of them. Stop making things comfortable for ops. But get this money though, man. Stay focused on it. Stay focused.